What do we have here? An M-Tech? Isn't that a gas station knife? Well, let's find out. Is it a gas station knife? I mean, they sell them at gas stations sometimes, M-Techs for sure. Let's see what we got here. Got a little guy, not very big. Let's put this box away. Definitely don't want to lose that. It is a button lock. Oh, you know what? Let's see what the name of it was. It is, does it have a name? It is the MT for M-Tech 1177 in black, I think. Made in China. So this guy's a flipper, obviously. Well, okay. It does take a little pressure, for sure. It could use a little bit of texturing across there so it doesn't slip. It's a little slippery. In fact, I'm going to go do that right now. Okay, still hot from the sander. Put a little rough sandpaper across this thing on the belt sander, and now it's just a little bit grippier. Quite a bit of lock stick in this one. So when I press the button down to unlock it, definitely quite a bit of lock stick. Shouldn't be that much. Let's see how the thumb studs work. Thumb studs don't work great because it's very hard detent on it also. So we got a situation here. What is the situation? The situation is this thing needs some internal polishing on that plunger. Plunger is the other side of the button. You could call the whole button the plunger if you want, but they call that the plunger. And that's the part of the lock that falls into the little cutout place in the blade and locks the blade in place. And when you press the button, you're letting the blade move now. So it could just use some wearing in, I'm sure, but I can't use the thumb studs at all. That's a shame. It's hollow grind. What is the blade? Steel. I'm going to say it's something like 3CR, 4CR, something very cheap. It's got some nice jimping on it. The handle doesn't feel terrible for, you know, it's got a gigantic pocket clip compared to the rest of it. It could definitely use a smaller one of those. I mean, we got to treat this like a regular knife, even though it's a real cheap knife. I think it was $12. So, you know, it's on that fine line between, you know, complete junky knives that are really unusable and, you know, budget knives that are usable even though they were pretty cheap. So this pocket clip is, wow, it feels like I'm bending it. Is it bendable or is it a spring? It's just moving all over the place. Look at that, because the screws aren't tight. Let's see if we could tighten them. I think I have probably not the right size. Nope. Let's see, I think it's a 6. I think it is a Torx 6 size. What do they call that? T6. Okay, so we're tightening them up. They weren't super loose, at least that one wasn't. Oh, this one's very loose. Okay, it actually tightened up though. Okay. I was kind of expecting it just to strip. Okay, that's better. All right, so the pocket clip doesn't move around. Okay, so we got one little problem fixed. Well, two problems. This was too slippery. You know, it's an M-Tech. It's not terribly sharp either. Let's see, we got a piece of paper here. Nope. Here's my my beater 80-20.5. It's slightly sharper, even though it's, yeah, it's definitely sharper, even though it's like gets beat up all the time. Yeah, it's not great. It's an M-Tech, man. It was $12. I think it was probably about $6 too much. It's about a $6 knife. Boy, if I could get the thumb studs working, I wouldn't hate it. Could it be good for like a kid's knife or something? I guess. That button lock, though. That stickiness, not great. Okay, well, you know, you get what you pay for. I think it is what you'd expect from an M-Tech. I don't recommend it. You know, I was hoping. I saw it there in the, it was in a little knife shop in Georgia. I said, you know what? It's got a cool look to it. It's actually a tad bit slippery too. You know, I should have actually taken it out and played with it a little bit, but I was just like, yeah, give me that knife. Yeah, no. It's not my favorite. I won't be returning it, but, you know, I'll try and work on it a little bit and get it to where it's at least serviceable, to where the button's not so hard to press and you can use the thumb studs. And if I get that working, we'll probably give it away on the channel or something. All right. The M-Tech blah blah numbers thing, that's a button lock that's a little sticky and the detent's too hard. Have a nice day.